48 nations arrived with one dream: lift the World Cup. But before anyone can think about the trophy, 16 teams are about to see their dream end. The group stage is almost over, the chaos has begun, and tonight we finally know who is surviving the first great World Cup battle. Let us break it down. Before we get into the teams, let us quickly explain how this actually works. The top 2 teams in each of the 12 groups, along with the 8 best third-place finishers, advance to the knockouts. ESPN. This marks the very first time a round of 32 has ever existed at a FIFA World Cup, following the tournament's historic expansion from 32 to 48 teams. ESPN. This is uncharted territory. Nobody has ever experienced a World Cup structured quite like this before. And this is where things become brutal. One mistake, one late goal, one red card, could be the difference between a nation celebrating in the streets or boarding a flight home tomorrow morning. Let us start with the teams who have already locked in their spot. Mexico were the very first team to qualify for the knockouts, taking top spot in Group A with a 1-0 win over South Korea on June 18th. ESPN. The United States became the second team through, thanks to a 2-0 win over Australia that sent them top of Group D on June 19th. ESPN. Germany became the third team into the last 32 with a 2-1 win over Ivory Coast on June 20th. ESPN, 3 different confederations, 3 different stories, all punching their ticket within just 3 days of each other. Now let us talk about the teams that are absolutely flying right now. Canada made an enormous statement in their second match, crushing Qatar 6-0 after opening with a draw against Bosnia and Herzegovina. FIFA. Brazil has won Group C after beating Scotland and will head to Houston to play the Group F runner-up in the round of 32 on Monday. Outlook India. Morocco advances as the group runner-up based on goal differential. Outlook India. Host nations and football giants both making their mark early. But not every story has a happy ending. Haiti has already been eliminated from Group C. Outlook India. Türkiye has been eliminated from Group D after their results did not go their way. Outlook India. For these teams, the World Cup dream is already over, but for others, the drama is just heating up. Let us talk about Scotland because their situation is genuinely nerve-wracking. Scotland's World Cup dreams are hanging by a thread after their heavy defeat to Brazil. Wikipedia. After finishing their group behind both Brazil and Morocco, they can only progress to the last 32 as one of the top 8 third-place sides. Wikipedia. Prior to kickoff against Brazil, Scotland had actually been sitting in second place in the overall third-place table. But the 3-goal defeat to Brazil saw them plunge all the way down to 6th. Wikipedia. One bad result. And suddenly an entire nation is staring at elimination. This brings us to one of the most confusing but exciting parts of this entire format. The third-place team mystery. FIFA is using head-to-head records instead of goal difference as the primary tiebreaker for teams level on points for the very first time at a World Cup. ESPN. The full list of the 8 best-ranked third-place teams will not be confirmed by FIFA until June 27th. Wikipedia. There are 495 different possible combinations of which 8 third-place teams could advance and who they would face next. Wikipedia. 495 combinations. Even football experts are struggling to calculate this in real time. Let us check in on some of the tightest remaining groups. Group F is one of the most competitive groups at this entire World Cup. The Netherlands sit top on 4 points and will win the group with a victory over already eliminated Tunisia. Wikipedia. But failure to win gives Japan and Sweden the chance to go top, and those two face off directly in their own final group game. Wikipedia. The winner of Japan versus Sweden definitely qualifies as the second-placed team. Wikipedia. This is must-watch television. 2 matches happening at the exact same time, both deciding each other's fate. Group H is just as dramatic. Spain face Uruguay, with a draw being enough for the African nation to qualify if Spain beat Uruguay. Wikipedia. Saudi Arabia know it is win or bust to reach the round of 32. They will be in the top 2 if they win, and Uruguay fail to beat Spain. Wikipedia. Pure win or go home pressure. On the final day of the group stage, and let us not forget the European heavyweights in Group 1, France and Norway are both already through as the top 2 teams, and it is now a straight showdown to see who finishes first in the group. Wikipedia. A draw would actually see France finish first on goal difference. Wikipedia. 2 genuine title contenders, battling for nothing more than pride and seeding at this point. Now let us talk about who has officially secured their spot as of right now. A total of 42 countries have already secured their places in this World Cup overall, including major names like Argentina, Brazil, Spain, France, England, Germany, Portugal, and the Netherlands. ESPN. The round of 32 runs from June 28th to July 4th, with the winners of each match advancing directly to the round of 16. Wikipedia. The bracket is forming. The road to the final is taking shape right in front of us. And now the real tournament begins. There are no second chances anymore. No easy fixtures. No room for mistakes. Every match from this point forward is an elimination match. Win, and you move one step closer to immortality. Lose, and your World Cup is over. Here's what makes the next few days so important. Several teams have already clinched their knockout spots, while others have seen their entire World Cup campaign come to a bitter end after playing just 2 matches. Outlook India. The rest will spend the coming days calculating scenarios as they fight for one of the remaining places in the round of 32. Outlook India. Every single match left in the group stage carries massive weight. There is no room left for casual football anymore. Let us zoom out for a second and appreciate what we are witnessing. This is the very first 48-team World Cup in history. The very first round of 32 ever played. New rules, new tiebreakers, new drama. And we are all watching history unfold in real time. Somewhere in the world tonight, millions of fans are calculating qualification scenarios, refreshing tables, watching goal differences, hoping for miracles. Because for some nations, the dream is already alive. For others, the dream is hanging by a thread, and over the next few days, football history will decide who survives. 32 teams, 1 trophy, 1 World Cup. The knockout stage is almost here. Drop a comment right now and tell me, which team do you think is going all the way to the final? Subscribe to this channel for daily World Cup standings updates, highlights, and breaking news. This is your World Cup 2026 coverage.